Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I have another video for you guys from Cartoon Universe about Hazbin Hotel, but this one focusing on a specific character, probably you could argue the most famous character from this series, that being Alastor the Radio Demon. Now this video is a theory video, I'm guessing, is where they discuss the possibility of what Alastor's plan is. So let's just go ahead and full screen this, and I'm just going to let them speak.
Alastor is one of my favorite characters in Hazbin Hotel,
and so
one
many
that has
others.
a lot of mystery to him. So today, I think we should sit down and talk about everything we know about Alastor, as well as try to solve some of those mysteries, including theorizing why he may really be trying to help Charlie with her happy hotel plan. My name is Deep Cut, welcome back to Cartoon Universe, and we're racing our way to 400,000 subscribers, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we can get there even faster. Alastor is one of the most powerful demons in hell, something that is a bit odd because according to people working on the show, he doesn't actually crave power. One interesting thing fans have noticed is that he and Charlie both seem to have actual magic, as opposed to the other demons who seem to be made up of magic and have magical qualities, but don't seem to be able to do magical things at will the way that Alastor and Charlie can. We can see Alastor giving hints of this energy in every single shot, from his shadow moving early on in the pilot, to him being able to distort reality seemingly at will later on, and of course how he simply snapped his fingers to summon some monster to defeat Serpentius. Charlie herself shows this through the use of fireworks she is able to send off with the flick of her wrist early on in the pilot. According to Vivziepop, these two, among other powerful characters such as other overlords, have access to a demonic magic powered by something that Vivziepop doesn't want to reveal quite yet. However, early interviews talk about Alastor dealing in souls, with the logic seemingly being that demons can trade their souls to you, and that would increase your power. While Husk seems to have agreed to work at the Hazbin Hotel in exchange for booze, many fans speculate that the booze is really just an added bonus to a debt of his soul that Husk owes Alastor. Alastor is said to not really care about gaining power, as I said before, so it is uncertain why he has it or would make deals to get more, though just because he does not want power as a whole does not mean he doesn't mind using his power to see other people suffer, which can often be done by gaining even more power to use against them. When Alastor first manifested in Hell, it was surprising that he had already had so much power, with Vaggie explaining that he almost immediately was able to overthrow the overlords who had been ruling over Hell for centuries. This seemingly paved the way for new overlords to come in, such as the 3 Vs, with more modern technology and business ideas from their respective eras. Without the old overlords there to stop them, and Alastor not trying to rule the way the other overlords do, they would have been able to rise almost as fast as Alastor did to the top of their fields. Despite not knocking those overlords over before they could get to the top, Alastor seems to have an extreme hatred for Vox in particular, with the idea behind this being that Vox represents the rise of television, and Alastor representing radio. Unsurprisingly, Alastor was a radio host in his earthly life, which of course inspired the radio mic he carries around and its effect on his voice in the pilot, which in turn inspired the nickname, the Radio Demon, in addition to him apparently broadcasting what he was doing to overlords and those who side with them when using his powers to topple over Hell's hierarchy. This nickname is rare in that it was assigned to him by the denizens.
Okay, so before we move on, I do just want to pose a question to you guys, because I'm curious as to what you guys what your thoughts are when it comes to this. So based on everything we know, I want you to give me your best guess. How strong do you think he actually is? Just out of curiosity, based on everything that was told to us either in the pilot or from what we know in the comic, how strong do you think he is in comparison to other creatures? Just really want to know what you guys think on this.
Of Hell, though he still refers to himself with his Earth-given name, Alastor, a rarity in Hell where demons generally pick their own nickname. Early accounts from the Hazbin crew claim that Alastor lived in New Orleans, which explains his general demeanor and cultural references we see in the pilot. While alive, he was a successful radio host, as mentioned before, but was also a serial killer who would seemingly eat his victims. In the prequel comic showing a day in the life of Alastor, we see him turn into his full demon form, an alternative form each demon has that can be more useful when in a fight. This monstrous version of Alastor proceeds to kill another demon and then consume them. The form seems to take inspiration from modern ideas of Wendigo, a creature from Native American folklore that has come to be associated with cannibalism. Some fans believe that it is eating other people while alive that gave Alastor his power. Perhaps consuming other humans gave him some control over their souls. We do not know what the current canon take on how Alastor died is, but some early claims from live streams said he was shot by a hunter while in the woods. I personally like to imagine that he was hunting down a victim of his that had escaped him, and was shot by someone who was out hunting deer at the same time. Perhaps another reason why Alastor has that vague deer theme to him. We've got plenty more to discuss about this, of course, but really quick, I just want to remind you guys that the Hazbin Hotel pilot cast is coming here to Cartoon Universe this Saturday and Sunday for a live stream Q&A. We'll be having different cast members on each day, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss either of them. Both streams will be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I put a link in the description that will convert that to your local time zone if you need it. I'll also include a link to the Streamily website where you can purchase an autographed print from any of your favorite voice actors from the pilot. They even have dual signature prints you can buy if you want to get one with your 2 favorite characters or even your favorite ship. We've got so many of the characters, including their singing voices, so go check it out, and I'll see you guys then. A lot of Alastor's magic seems to have references to voodoo, but it is currently uncertain if his powers manifest this way because Alastor lived in New Orleans, where voodoo is a unique part of their cultural history, and thus simply manifested based off of his beliefs when he went to hell, or if he actually indulged in voodoo practices himself while alive, perhaps making deals with devils before he even arrived in hell, explaining how he got such power, and his evil acts on Earth being the price he had
Still one of my favorite moments from the pilot, I'm not gonna lie.
to pay for the power he would receive in hell. So why would this man with so much power and such an interesting history be interested in the Happy Hotel? Outside, of course, of him simply wanting to watch its guests fail miserably as he claims to Charlie? Well, what if Alastor wants to go to heaven? This may sound crazy, but there are several possible reasons why he might want that. The first, and perhaps most humanizing, is that Alastor may want to see his mother. There are whispers from live streams claiming that we will meet her at some point in the show, but that they aren't 100% sure how they will do that yet. VivziePop has said something similar about meeting Angel's family members who are currently in heaven, leading me to believe that Alastor's mom may have been a legitimately good woman who never knew her son was doing such horrifying things, and as such would have gone on to heaven, separating herself from Alastor. I would not be surprised if they revealed Alastor is supporting the Happy Hotel with the hopes that whatever they are able to accomplish, it would lead to him getting to see his mother again. I doubt that he would want to go to heaven and live the life of a redeemed sinner. He has it too good in hell after all, and he doesn't really believe redemption is possible, as he says. But if they were able to even make contact with heaven to discuss the possibilities of their experiment, or even get one person in there, it could open the doors for a possible visit, even if only once, for Alastor to reconnect with his mother. It is one of the more wholesome theories, but perhaps the least likely. The second theory for why Alastor may want to get into heaven is considerably more dark, and harkens back to my hope that Alastor was shot while hunting down a victim. It could go dozens of different ways, but we know for certain Alastor was only in his 30s when he died, and with him being a serial killer, it seems likely that he died while trying to kill someone. I would not be surprised if simply throwing his power and resources into the Hazbin Hotel is a way for him to perhaps get the opportunity he needs to kill the one person who got away from him, a victim who went on to heaven after surviving Alastor instead of going to hell. Again,
Okay, so the problem that I have with that is how would he even know whether or not that person was went to heaven or hell? Because he died, and then that person presumably went on to live. How would he know whether he's in heaven? Like, how do you know that person didn't go on to commit something that got him sent to hell? Like, see, that's my only issue with this theory in particular.
Again, I don't think Alastor thinks it is likely that his plan will work, but rather that he can get the entertainment he wants in watching them fail, but still have the opportunity to exploit it on the off chance they succeed, even with just being given a chance to visit heaven to discuss the future of the hotel. He might end up destroying all of their work by turning against them in order to go after his own selfish desires at this point. The third, and perhaps darkest theory I have, is that Alastor wishes to kill God himself. Vivzipop and others have said that Alastor doesn't really care about becoming more powerful, as I mentioned earlier, but Alastor does seem to enjoy watching the people at the very top of their pyramid get toppled over. He has no real reason to overthrow all the overlords that we know of. He seemingly just did it for the enjoyment of it. We can see similar behaviors in the prequel comic where he enjoys just making demonic birds attack his waiter. Would it really be all that surprising that he would want to see if his powers could do anything to God himself? After decades of boredom and hell, the vague possibility may seem tempting to him. Surely he would likely fail, but dying trying to prove he could bring him down would be very tempting for someone who loves to torture people the way that Alastor does, to show them that they aren't as all-powerful or safe as they think. This may sound like a crazy thing, and I'm sure if any of these answers are on the right path, they won't be 100% correct, but it would tie in well with Alastor's origins. Before Hazbin Hotel became its own show, Alastor existed alongside other Hazbin Hotel cast members as characters in a planned Zoophobia arc called Angels and Demons, one that wasn't planned out until many volumes past the original volume that we ended up getting, without others to follow, but one that Vivzipop couldn't bring herself to stop drawing little comics about along the way. In these early stories, the Hazbin Hotel crew were just demons who had banded together to try and stop an angel and her hunters. In one comic, Vaggie talks about how the process of becoming a demon is unfair. She acknowledges that all of the demons she knows, including herself, were pretty bad people when alive, but that many people who were just as bad or worse didn't end up becoming demons. Alastor, being a trickster spirit that he is, was helping the Hazbin crew, but had the same energy of just using them to achieve his own goals, whether it be for his own amusement or perhaps something much bigger, something like killing God. But these are just my theories so far. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our live stream Q&A with the cast of the Hazbin Hotel pilot, and use the Streamily link down below in order to purchase your own autographed prints from your favorite voice actors. See you then.
Okay, so there it is. That's the video. Now, what do I think? Well, I already gave you guys my thoughts on one of the theories, which is, him wanting to hunt down whoever it is that escaped from him. And that's only if that's even the real reason how he ended up dying, is because he was chasing a victim and then someone mistook him for a deer and then ended up shooting him, on accident. That's, again, depending on whether or not that becomes the actual canonical reason for how he died. I personally just don't really see that happening because, again, how would he know whether that person is in heaven or hell? Because presumably that person died years after Alastor did. And honestly, at that point, why would he even give a damn? Because he's already in hell. What would killing him even do at that point? So I don't know. That's just my thoughts on that. And when it comes to him wanting to go to God, no, I'm just I just don't think that's the case. It's a fun thought. It's a fun theory, but I don't think that's the case. Personally, I feel like they kind of made it clear in the pilot. Like maybe this guy just is entertained by seeing people fall. I don't know. Maybe we'll get an explanation in the actual show when it comes to Alastor's backstory. But I always thought that maybe he, maybe something happened to him that made him realize that, just people fundamentally are just not good people, and he just developed this love of seeing people just completely destroy their lives, because I don't know. Maybe it validates whatever opinion he has of people. Like, I'm sure he knows that there are probably people out there who aren't just inherently bad because they go to heaven, or based on episode 4 of Hell of a Boss, or what heaven deems is the standards for getting into heaven. I don't know. I feel like maybe that really is just the case. Maybe he just finds entertainment in it, and it really is just that simple. I don't know, but those are just my thoughts. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section as always. You guys know what the rest and what to do when it comes to YouTube, the liking, sharing, subscribing. You guys know by now. You don't need me to tell you. So I'm gonna end the video right here, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to stay safe, take care of yourselves, and look forward to the next reaction. Bye for now.